What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's had a great end of their Thursday so far. Michael Irvin II will be transferring out of the program. He is the second tight end this offseason to transfer out. I wish him the best of luck moving forward. Now, our tight ends group still has Larry Hodges, Dominic Mammarelli, Will Mallory, and Brevin Jordan. So I think we're in a very good position still. Once again, it was one of our deepest position groups moving forward this offseason. So definitely thought a couple players were going to leave due to playing time. And once again, I wish Michael Irvin II best of luck moving forward. Now, Will Mallory was asked, and this was tweeted out by Manny Navarro from The Athletic. Will Mallory was asked, what is the difference in the playbook compared to last year's offense and this year's offense? And Will Mallory stated he can learn all the formations in 15 minutes. The offense is a lot more simple, and the players don't have to think as much as last year's offense. So I want to hear your take on this, guys. I know a lot of people don't want a simple offense because the defense, a good defensive coordinator, can make great second half adjustments. But at the same time, in an air raid offense, you can make the adjustments, but your players have to execute. And if you're not well conditioned, it's very hard to execute when your team is not conditioned to play in the second half because the offense is going in such a fast pace, they cannot compete. And Miami is a very fast team. We have a ton of athletes. I think this can be a very dangerous offense. It's the same kind of mentality Coach Manny Diaz has on the defense, whereas players don't have to think as much, and that's how they were successful under Coach Manny Diaz as a defensive coordinator. So we'd love to hear your perspective on that subject matter that Will Mallory brought up. Now, regarding Jalen Phillips, Blake Baker praised him today at the end of spring practice during interviews, saying he was a freak athlete, a great tackler, has a lot of leverage when he tackles. He's 6'6", 265 pounds, and he gained 40 pounds since he came to Coral Gables. Now, obviously, it's not 40 pounds of muscle. That would be insane and not realistic. But at the same time, 40 pounds, and the way he looks on Twitter and pictures of spring practice, he looks very fit. Very physical for someone who gained 40 pounds from 225 to 265 in literally a year. He walked away from the game of football to a certain extent, and Manny Diaz convinced him to come to Miami. They have a music program. That's where he wanted to invest his studies in, perhaps have a future career in music. So, hey, I'm pulling for Jalen Phillips. He was the number 1 or number 2 player in the nation alongside Chase Young in high school. He's very talented. I think the sky's the limit. Once again, our defensive end group is going to be nasty. I cannot wait until the spring game, until week 1, until we play who the hell knows, Wagner College or Temple. I think we play Temple, but I'm extremely excited, guys. I think our defensive line is going to be one of the best in the nation. And plus, facing the best defensive line in the nation does give your offensive line a ton of great reps throughout the spring to develop and get better. There's not going to be any other defensive line that compares to the University of Miami unless we make it to the ACC title game. So there really is no excuses for development with this offensive line group. Everybody and their mom is literally returning in the offensive line unit. All right, Bubba Bolden, according to State of the U writer Gabby, who was at spring practice, said that he was jogging gingerly but did not have any brace on while jogging. So I think that is a good sign. They're trying to get him into the spring, later in the spring, not during the spring game, so he can get ready. So he did have a very gruesome injury, so it is a good sign that he doesn't have a brace on and he is jogging freely. Last but not least, guys, Keyshawn Smith is impressing coaches a lot throughout practices. I know it's only day 3, but today during a drill, according to State of the U from Gabby again at spring practice, Keyshawn Smith was used as an example of how well he did in that drill with wide receivers coach Rob Likens to the rest of the wide receivers group. So he's making a lot of nice plays in practice. But at the end of the day, guys, it matters come game day when you're suiting up against an ACC Coastal opponent. You got the pads on. Are you going to make that first down conversion? Are you going to make that game-winning touchdown when it matters? You know, that's the difference between a practice player and a game player. It's great to make plays during the spring practice, during the spring game, but it truly matters during the season. So definitely am excited to see what the freshman can do moving forward out of San Diego. He was a late signing, but at the end of the day, take this all with a grain of salt, guys. It is spring practice. It does not matter at all, really. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and go Canes.